against Venus Williams next.
Keep our highways beautiful. The 911 Carrera.
My dad's gonna build us the coolest treehouse.
I don't have a clue what I'm doing here.
Well, let's see what you got. Oh, wow, a treehouse.
He can build anything.
Never built anything before.
Relax, I think you're in the right spot.
He wants a trap door.
Balcony, rope swing.
I'm gonna suggest 16 penny.
You can do it.
You sure I can do this?
He's a genius.
Trust me.
All right.
Dad?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Guess who?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Storm.
The dreaded telemarketer.
It's Strom.
Telemarketers got your number? Get the Telezapper, and soon those annoying calls will just about stop altogether. Available at stores everywhere.
Sub-Zero flavor inside, delicious cold minty shell outside. The gum that puts your breath on ice for a long time. Dentine Ice. Nothing's colder than ice.
ESPN2's exclusive coverage of the Home Depot Championships, presented by Porsche, is brought to you by Porsche for the pure sport of driving. And by the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement. It is raining outside and has been raining outside in LA all day, and it has caused serious traffic problems. But not inside, where Monica Seles takes on Venus Williams, who is the number 2 seed at the Staples Center this evening.
Venus Williams not playing a lot this fall. She's 22 years old, tall and slender. Played in Moscow, lost to Maggie Maleva in the first round. She's been won earlier in the year. She said she loved being there. She'd love to get back the #1 ranking.
Well, of course, her sister has that ranking. You have to wonder why was this year different for Venus Williams. Why did your sister dominate? What's going on?
I think I can play well, and I know how to win the matches, and I can get out there and make it happen, but I don't think I put all the work in that I should have. But everyone has to have a break. Not one person can do it all the time, and the competition level is a lot different than what it used to be years and years ago, when there'd be one player dominating. Now there's a lot of players who can get out there and play well and beat you any day.
Still was the year where she got to that #1 ranking for the very first time, because she is playing more in 2002, but somebody else is playing more too. Her name is Serena.
That's exactly right.
I feel like she should have been #1 before, don't you, having won Wimbledon twice, US Open twice.
Yeah, that's right. But she always was playing like 10, 12 events, whereas Monica Seles, when she's healthy, she likes to play a lot. And we've seen her, even in the last couple of years, sometimes play 5, 6 weeks out of 7.
If she's playing well, she does like to play a lot. She has not played a lot this fall as well. But look, she's got a great record, very consistent, only lost once before the quarterfinals, and that was in Charleston. She had a bad loss to Stephanie Foret of France. But she's ranked inside the top 10. She's been relatively healthy, and that's the most important thing for Monica Seles. She can work hard and fit. Because if she's healthy, she can put the time on the court and off the court with a trainer, just work on her movement and work on her conditioning.
Well, Monica only has defeated Venus Williams once. She's lost to her every other time. So we had to ask her, what about playing this 6'1" American?
Well, I'm very excited to play Venus. I mean, she's a top player. She has got, I think, to almost all the finals this year at the Grand Slams. Won against her and lost twice against her. I think she likes playing indoors. Her serve is going to be one of the key components to the match.
I think Monica's hoping that Venus will miss a lot of first serves so she can get a crack at the second serve. They played only in Grand Slams. Every quarterfinal, Australia, the French at the US Open. Venus winning that last one fairly easily.
Seles is going to start off serving.
takes on Kim Clijsters of Belgium, who played a very good match this afternoon. The match wasn't great, but her win was very authoritative.
So was that first point by Seles.
All.
Venus has not lost to too many players this year, besides her sister, Monica in Australia, Maleva in Moscow, Clijsters in Hamburg, and Testude in, I believe, Dubai.
Sandrine Testude slips in there with some good wins sometimes, doesn't she? Hey, there's a key for Seles. Get some free points. We know Venus is going to get some on the big first serve.
Game point, Seles.
For Seles, she started off the year at the Australian Open and had her best major of the year, and the win in the quarterfinals over Venus really stood out.
And she won 2 tournaments, one in Doha and Madrid, 52 and 53 in her career. In the Grand Slam, she got to the quarters or better, off the semis of the Australian Open, the quarters of the rest, and so consistent. Semifinals, almost every single tournament. What a great year, a consistent year.
14 of 15. I mean, those are outrageous numbers, and that's a quality finish. Of course, his quarterfinals are better, and most of those were semifinals. An awful lot of semifinals and finals, except for those majors where she struck up against Venus.
Seles losing to Martina Hingis in the semis of Australia. 3 sets.
One of 2 players unable to make it to the starting line here because of injuries. Hingis was actually here earlier in the week fulfilling some PR obligations.
I wonder if anybody has researched whether Monica Seles has ever come back from 7 match points down before.
She's come back from 6 match points down. That was to Serena Williams last year in Manhattan Beach in the quarterfinals.
Now, we've been critical that sometimes Seles stands too close to the baseline, but guess what? That is a 113, and she anticipates it. It's not located that close to the tee. So that is an advantage to Seles. You can say she hopped to her left. Total anticipation by Seles. And she was on that serve, too.
That's right, and I was talking to Mike Sell, Monica's coach, before the match, and he told her, listen, if you're not returning well and you're not timing it well, take a few steps back. He says, I try to tell her all the time against the big players, adjust. She goes, she's just so stubborn because she's such a great returner. She's used to standing on the line.
Andre Agassi was one who was very stubborn about that, but this year you've seen him try to make that move.
Now, one thing we're going to look for all match long is if Seles can locate the sideline. Look at that, absolutely perfect.
Williams holds on, and we are even. 1 apiece first set.
Good start for both players on serve.
What a good sense of humor, Venus. When you spoke to her before the tournament started, you said, well, what do you think you can improve, Venus? She said, remember? She said, well, my speed, my serve, my consistency. And then she thought, obviously, my backhand and my volley.
I'm sure the rest of the players love to hear that.
Well, and Serena was pretty tough on herself last night because she felt she committed too many unforced errors. She only lost 4 games in the match, defeating Smash Nova.
Here's Richard, and Venus says that he calls him a tennis revolutionary. If I listen to my dad, she said, I might never lose. But a lot of respect for him as a coach and obviously as a father.
Another thing Mike Sell told me before the match is that Monica, last time they played, picked on the Venus Williams forehand from the beginning of the match. And today she was going to try to do it on the big points.
Smart.
Game point.
Don't play in the weakness.
Sometimes you get into a groove if somebody plays your weakness too often.
Sometimes you can break it down. Have to get a feel for it on the day.
These are important points for Seles, not to let this 40-15 game get back to deuce.
So she does. 2-1 first set.
Sunday morning, join the debate with ESPN's football pundits.
I don't blame Terrell at all. Keep doing what you're doing.
For the rest of your career, you can take this with you. One word. Shut up.
I think there's a little bit of ambiguity going on. Whether it just...
Be careful, Coach.
Shut up. Look at the schedule the rest of the year. They play Cincinnati 9 times in a row, looks like.
See what the gang has to say about Jeff Garcia, Amon Green, and Week 10. Sunday NFL Countdown, 11 a.m. on ESPN.
Recently, there have been numerous changes to the Arizona DUI laws, and with so many different rules on the books, it's difficult to stay completely up to date. That's why we created PhillipsLaw.com. Our website contains valuable information on the harsh new DUI laws, and you can also review the experience level of our attorneys and find out how we make our services affordable with little or no money down and affordable payments. Call us right now at 602-258-8888 or visit us online at PhillipsLaw.com.
Only happens once a year, and for you truck lovers, it's worth the wait. The 2002 Truck Days at Performance Dodge this weekend. Choose from hundreds of Ram trucks at the lowest prices of the year, starting at only $13,995, or get a Ram 4-door truck only $17,995, plus new Caravans only $14,688. It only happens once a year and only at one place. The 2002 Truck Days this weekend, only at Performance Dodge.
Now that's performance.
Performance Dodge, just west of I-17 at 43rd Avenue in Glendale.
10 months ago, we were in Melbourne for the Australian Open, the first major of the year. Venus Williams has never been to the finals of the Australian Open, and this was a quarterfinal matchup against Seles under the lights at Laver Arena. And Venus Williams won the first set, And then Monica Seles was able to turn it around because she could find the sideline, something that she's going to need to do tonight.
And you could see in the Seles eye the determination she had when she played Venus. She had never beaten her before. Mike Sell getting very pumped. She went after her shot, she stayed aggressive, and she never gave up.
It's always tough to have your first win over a top player when you're 0 for 6 or 0 for 7, and this was that monumental match for Seles. Even though she's lost 2 straight, she goes into a match like tonight, big occasion, year-end championships with some belief.
Exactly. Just to have that one win makes all the difference in the world.
The 10-month race for the Tour season-ending Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche has come down to this week and a Monday night prime-time final. 16 players showed. 8 started today.
Well, there's one of my heroes. Mentioned Johnny Unitas the other day, growing up in Baltimore. Frank Robinson playing the outfield. Brooks Robinson, third base. Orioles won a couple of world championships. Did a great job in Montreal managing this year. Of course, hit over 500 home runs. All right, enough on Frank Robinson.
Good first serve by Venus Williams. Monica doing a good job of just reaching and getting the angle. Just a couple strides from Venus Williams to track it down.
14-15. That's huge. 111.
After her first round win, she said that her second serve was pretty good. Venus.
Something she can work on.
Good ducking by Monica.
You know, I was thinking about technique, Pam, when I said that. And as you look at this overhead here, that one goes wild. But the only really vulnerable part of Venus's game, I think, as she takes the duck, is her second serve.
Sorry, Cliff, I wasn't listening to the end of your sentence there.
Okay.
I was watching that duck. The second serve.
Yeah, is the only vulnerable part of Venus.
Right there, the overhead looked a little vulnerable.
I wish Venus's forehand was a little bit more solid.
There it is. Speak of the second serve.
So important for Venus to keep that left hand up, get good extension.
Actually, one of the reasons she misses overheads is because she collapses with that left side. It's the same flaw. Keep an eye on that left hand.
Advantage Williams.
Smart on the court. She knew she couldn't cover the cross court. She didn't have enough time, so she did a little face and stayed.
And then it wasn't easy to come up with this pass. She went for the angle, took a little bit off of it. Not easy to pass Venus at the net.
And there's the forehand. So Seles has won points by hitting a good lob during this game, hitting the passing shot cross court, forced the error on the forehand, and now suddenly she's got a break point.
First of the match for either player.
And Seles.
A wild second serve. And we have a break of serve here. We want you to tune in tomorrow again, ESPN 2 at 4 Eastern. Jennifer Capriati, Magdalena Maleva live quarterfinal match. Now coverage of the Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche continuing tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, out here on the West Coast with Serena Williams and Jelena Dokic.
Well, Seles has to be delighted. She's got an early break. She didn't have a break point against Davenport until the second set when she was down 3-1.
The Home Depot presented by Porsche.
Love 15.
Is what you're watching here. Third day.
Seles really wanted this call. She looked down the sideline, and you can see why she wanted it. This may be.
Looks like it just hit.
This may be
the first mistake linesman makes.
I had a hard time making that call with a help a shot spot. Certainly can't overrule. The guy who runs shot spot can't even figure out if that was in or out. And you figure every so often there's going to be a ball that lands just that close. Can't tell.
7 unforced errors from Venus, the majority on the forehand side.
Both with a couple of double faults, and I actually think it's okay in the case of Seles to gamble some with the second serve. I think it helps her overall aggressive attitude. Toss a bit off there.
Too far behind her. Miss.
Yeah, there's rust in her game, and she hasn't played that much since the Open, she said, and admitted that she hasn't worked really hard as Father Richard watches the last few weeks.
Played a lefty in her first round, Patty Schneider. Unusual to play. The only 2 lefties in the field. Back-to-back matches. Not that Patty Schneider and Seles play a lot alike.
Venus said after that match that she was generally happy with the game, but she felt like when she came in, she did well, and she was going to come in more in this match.
Well, she's come in 6 times so far in this match, 50% success rate.
Venus. When Venus keeps her head down and accelerates through the ball, so much better.
And the ball is right in the center of the court for Venus to hit, and hit the microphone pretty nicely at the back of the court.
Break point.
Williams in these tough baseline rallies and footwork-wise, positioning-wise, can stay neutral in the rallies. She is the better, consistent, heavy baseline player.
And she's worked so hard the last 5 weeks on her fitness, on her movement. You can tell she's a step quicker, I believe, than she was at the U.S. Open. And it makes all the difference when you're playing a power player like Venus. Forehand. That's the weaker side. That's the side that can break down. You can see the unforced errors. 5 off the forehand, 2 off the backhand, couple on the serve.
I think the volley was probably that overhead. She missed way long.
Game point. cell phone break. Seles, in spite of a break point, holds on. Venus Williams, too many unforced errors. She's down 4-1. She's frustrated.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about Ted.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial market penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is, perhaps, the perfect getaway car.
Saddlebrook Resort serves up tennis like no other place. The home of top players including Martina Hingis and Jennifer Capriati, and the official resort of the Women's Tennis Association. The Saddlebrook Center features 45 courts in every Grand Slam surface. Saddlebrook is the ultimate resort with 2 Arnold Palmer signature golf courses, the Super Pool, gourmet dining, and a luxurious spa. Saddlebrook Resort, 30 minutes north of Tampa International Airport in Pasco County, the official resort of the WTA.
To be a pinch hitter, the job being performed by a host of anonymous practitioners of this sweaty-palmed, knock-kneed art, is to be a member of baseball's Breakfast Club. Talk to a major league pinch hitter and he'll offer this sentiment. As a pinch hitter, you have to work twice as hard as a regular player. All the while, they hope against hope that no matter how well they perform in this role, one fine day, they'll be released from it.
Been wet outside all day, but in the Staples Center, the weather is just fine. Kim Clijsters over Justine Enna easily earlier today. She's in the semi-finals. Monica Seles now against Venus Williams. Seles with a break, 4-1. You're watching the Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. Cliff Drysdale here, Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. Early stages, but a break and a big lead for Seles.
A big lead, but still only one break lead that can just evaporate so quickly when you get someone like Venus Williams who can just hit stride in a hurry.
15 love.
You two were talking about when they both at the baseline that Seles is having a good night so far. Very good percentages here.
Well, not so good on first serve conversions, which is what I think is really important for Seles, to hang in there on the first serve. A lot of times Venus Williams, when she serves 75%, she wins at least 75% on the first serve, but she's at 50%.
Because Seles is on the serve. Look at that great return. She's anticipating the correct serve. Making Venus play, and sometimes when she anticipates correctly and times it well, she's hitting winners, Monica Seles.
40-15.
Well, my point was going to be that the first strike is so important for Monica Seles.
Hard to have a first strike on that serve.
Game point.
points for game.
Seles serving for 5-2 now. It's exactly the start Monica Seles wanted.
She fought off a break point in her previous service game. Important to keep this break lead.
A fantastic slice changeup by Seles. You don't see that very often.
No, but she can do it, and she actually has a good drop shot as well.
You see her go to the one-handed forehand a lot when she's running out wide, but that one was right in the middle of the court, and she just chose to do a slice side spin.
Inside out. Went away from Venus Williams. It stayed very low. Forced Venus Williams to generate her own pace.
Another double fall, but let's take a look at that sliced forehand. She goes with a one-hander, and it's going to really come across the ball. Just watch that racket face swipe across it. That is extraordinary, and that threw off Venus Williams, forced the error.
15-all. High backhand volley, tough shot, but she is tall and athletic. Watch.
Look at this great movement, great reactions from Venus.
Hitting a backhand from almost in the doubles alley with her feet, and then this high backhand volley lands in, but Seles had a chance at the pass. I just think the pressure of knowing you've got very few gaps.
Very few chances means that you have to play high-risk tennis. And this is 15-40 break points for Williams.
We'll remember that pass, that attempted pass, and the volley that landed in. Would have been 30-15 Seles instead of 15-30.
Oh.
Seles got a little angry when she lost those 2 points in a row, and this point has a bit of anger in it.
Got a great angle from the middle of the court. Not easy to come up with that angle. She stays so low.
She's still angry. She's mouthing something there.
That one sails, and the break back for Venus Williams. We're on serve now in the first set.
Next time, this won't be a problem because the Home Depot has something new from Behr Paint. No gloss, scrubbable flat enamel. Marks and scuffs easily wipe clean. And along with free paint clinics and demonstrations, there's a lot going on. So make the most of your weekend this weekend at the Home Depot.
Hakeem Olajuwon's NBA career is coming to an end, but for one whole day, the dream lives on. An ESPN Classic tribute, Hakeem Olajuwon, starts noon Eastern Sunday, only on ESPN Classic.
Few things make watching college football and eating Tostitos better. Those things are your own mascot and Keith Jackson in your backyard.
We've got a real grudge match here today. And don't miss the 2003 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, January 3rd on ABC.
ABC's Hold Your Breath Sunday, the night that will leave you breathless. First at 9/8 Central. Emma. When a father's betrayal is revealed, what more could possibly happen to shock you?
Hi.
A new alias, then 10-9 Central. One shocking case.
You can't try this. The man was raped.
Will turn this lawyer against his partners and push this man to his breaking point.
I'm leaving.
A new practice after a new alias. ABC Sunday starting 9/8 Central.
Monica Seles leading 4-3. Williams to serve here in the first set of the quarterfinals of the Home Depot. College football Saturday at 7 on ESPN2. 8th-ranked Georgia faces Ole Miss. 7:45 on ESPN. Number 11 Michigan taking on Minnesota for the Little Brown Jug. Catch your action prime time, ESPN and ESPN2. Wolverines have won 13 straight against Minnesota, by the way.
And hopefully they'll have a less stressful time on the football field than they've had about their basketball program recently.
Great game from Venus to break back. Should give her confidence, start to hit more winners, be more aggressive.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure how much Monica picked on the Venus forehand in those last two games that Venus won. There was a pretty routine miss on that side. So on back-to-back points, we just saw the two vulnerable shots from Venus.
Forehand and the second serve. Venus likes to hit that second serve with slice. Going wide on the deuce side and to the tee on the ad side. Whoa, big miss hit.
Trouble on the second serve, trouble off the forehand side from Williams. That was wild.
Wild enough to give Monica 3 break points.
It's just too good from Venus.
15-40.
Such great preparation on that backhand side. Good shoulder turn.
That's a shot Seles should make every time. She wasn't under that much pressure. Of course, trying to get to 5-3 in the first set, just that alone is a lot of pressure. Yeah, you gotta smile a little bit. Not there, though. Not when you've had 3 break points to go up 5-3 and you lose the last one on a neck cord, drop dead.
Well, Venus tried to take a little bit off that first serve, spin it in. I think that was a smart play, but then overhits the backhand. Another great point for Seles.
Thank you.
But it's not that easy because the ball's below the net. Venus Williams is running up with that two-hander. She doesn't have as much court to work with. Needed to put some topspin on it. Landed it safely inside the baseline.
Advantage Williams.
121.
It's a record, 127 or 128?
127. Oof.
Another double fault.
Each player with 4 now. I tell you, that's where that double landed, and Monica didn't make a swing at it. Which, I tell you, sometimes you can get bad calls sometimes.
Yeah, she takes a risk. She does.
Advantage Williams.
Game point Williams.
Very erratic so far, Venus Williams. No consistency whatsoever. Plays a good point, a bad point. So streaky right now.
Richards is nervous because now he's talking all the time. That's the way my dad watched tennis matches, just talk the entire time. He's telling him to go sit as far away as possible.
Williams.
At least your dad didn't pace like mine.
Still weak on the first serve winning percentage.
Williams comes back in that game, but her second serve has been a weak part of her game. Let's take a look and see. Here's one of the problems that I think she has. Anyway, on the first serve, she gets the racket up pretty quickly, but this is the second serve now. Freeze it right there. You see that the ball is about to leave her hand, and look where her racket head is. There's a lot of territory between there and where she's going to make contact. Let's run it through, guys, where she makes contact with it. Now, there's a lot that can go wrong. If she shortened that swing just a little bit, that would improve her second serve, in my view.
And I wanted to circle where we're sitting because we were in that shot right then. Right just above the toss, a little more in front. That's where our vantage point is.
You're not usually shy. With my hand in the way?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to smack your hand in the middle of your illustration.
Seles has to regroup here. She had many opportunities in that last game to break the Williams serve.
Start to wonder, well, now this set really isn't meant to be, because one of the 4 break points that Seles had in the last game, there was one of those net cords, and now another one so soon on a pretty big point. Now love 30 on Seles' serve. But if anybody can stay mentally strong through that kind of a bad luck run, it's Seles.
Most definitely. We've seen how tenacious she is. Plays every single point. I always found that was the toughest thing about playing her. No matter what the score was, you knew you had to win that last point, even if you were up 40 love. She doesn't give anything away.
She missed it.
Second one. She really goes after her overheads early. She overcommits.
She opens up her shoulders.
And her left foot, her whole body's coming down, her left arm's coming down. Actually, you can see Venus looking up because there's a replay board on the scoreboard above her head, and she wanted to take a look and see.
It also seemed like she was a little too casual. Thought she had the winner.
Three in a row for Seles.
40-30.
From love 30 to game for Seles 5-4. We're on serve Venus Williams, the number 2 seed at the Home Depot Championships, presented by Porsche.
Keep our highways beautiful. The 911 Carrera.
You're 34, sweetheart. You should be thinking about your future.
Mom, I've been investing.
Oh, please.
I bought EMI.
You bought EMI? You own EMI, the music company? Well, I am so proud of you.
You want a piece of my heart? Oh, baby, start from the start. You want to be in the show? Come on, baby, let's go. Everybody's working for the weekend. You don't know how many times I wish that I could hold you. Don't you make my brown eyes.
Ownership. It's for everybody. At Ameritrade. Everything you need to trade. All for $10.99. Every online equity trade, no matter how many shares you buy.
Jam on it. I said to jam on it.
Open an account at Ameritrade.com and get 25 commission-free internet equity trades. 80 million Americans have a share. Ameritrade. What's your share?
Venus Williams will be serving to stay in the first set. We'll have a look at our Porsche tournament summary. Kim Clijsters with a very comfortable win. 2 wins in a row in this championship. Defeated Chanda Rubin easily on day 1. 2 of the past 3 winners are still in the competition. Serena Williams won it last year.
And Kim Clijsters waiting for the winner of this match in the semifinals.
Jamie Foxx, nice looking headband in case he breaks out into a sweat. How would you like to sit next to him? Make it fun.
Seles, by the way, winning 1990, 91, and 92. She was the youngest ever to win the title at 16 years and 11 months. And that's when the final was 3 out of 5 sets. She won that one in 5 against Sabatini.
Remember that.
I have a favorite to sit next to watching the tennis match, besides obviously you two.
I was about to say.
He's a man, and his name is Pancho Segura. He is more fun to watch a tennis match with.
He talks the whole time, too.
Yes.
And he'd be chatting an awful lot about this match here because there's a lot of interesting things going on. A lot of shifts in momentum. A lot of tactics going on. A lot of times you think, oh, women's tennis right now is so much about power.
Game points for Williams.
Great return serve from Seles. You'll see Venus on the defensive very often.
And Williams. 5 games off.
5 games off, first set. Is there any way really to describe how Venus feels? I mean, she's rich, she's famous, she's one of the greatest athletes in the world, but she's not #1 now, and her sister is.
Well, and I think it helps a little bit. She's got a lot of other interests. I don't think it drives her nuts. We're going to find out if it happens in year 2. I think we'll learn a little bit more in the next year, I think, from Venus, because I think everybody can have that year where you let somebody close to you slip ahead, and we'll see how she responds next year. But right now, Serena's not looking like she's going to back up any. I think Venus has to go after Serena.
Definitely. I think it has to bug her at a certain level, even though she's happy for her little sister. Wow. 2 fantastic points from Venus Williams.
Love 30.
Seles in trouble on serve.
Same score last time she served.
4 straight points from Love 30.
Out of reach. Break points.
Trying her hardest to run down this drop shot. She was so far behind the baseline, though, when she realized the drop shot was coming.
Seles will not back up. Attempted half volley from the baseline, and Venus Williams will serve for the first set when we come back.
To win this competition, you need more than just skills. You need the phone number. Just call 1-800-946-8889 and get your code for the Mega Sega Marathon. Then tune into ESPN NBA telecast Fridays at 8 in November to see if you won a trip to the ESPN Zone in Atlanta.
ESPN College Game Day is live from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Rocky Top, Rocky Top.
To get the lowdown on the showdown between the top-ranked Hurricanes and the upset-minded Vols. College Game Day live from Knoxville, 10:30 Saturday on ESPN.
Eric Morales doesn't back down from anyone. Paulie Ayala doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. They step into the ring for one reason. To fight. To hit hard, hit fast, and hit often. Morales versus Ayala. Never surrender. For the championship of the world, November 16th from Mandalay Bay. Live on In Demand pay-per-view.
Enjoy the best seats in the house. Order Morales versus Ayala today. Available with Cox Digital Cable.
You may have noticed how CEOs aren't guaranteeing much of anything these days. Well, I've been saying I guarantee it for years. And what I mean is you're going to be satisfied with the quality, the price, the way the clothes fit and wear. I mean, I can't guarantee how other people run their businesses, but I'm pretty good at guaranteeing how we run ours.
Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
To contact the store nearest you, call 1-800-776-SUIT.
Williams will serve for the first set, leading 6-5. Here is Venus Williams on the subject of her motivation.
What drives me? I don't like to lose. I don't like to realize that what happened, I lost. And you know, I got shocked. What just happened today? It's different for me to lose now because I don't do it as often as maybe back in the day. And what motivates me, I guess, is that you know, when I'm taking a break and I'm not playing and I start thinking about the places that I went and how I'd like to go back there and play again, I think that's what motivates me, and that I'm ready and I like doing what I do.
She learns an awful lot from her losses. Take a look at the rankings, see how Serena has stretched herself away from her older sister. And Capriati was #1 in the world for a time earlier this year. And look at that gap, 2,000 points between Serena and Capriati.
Take a seat quickly, please. Thank you.
What happens when you win 3 majors in a row? That just lifts the spirits of Monica Seles on her first point to get a quick freebie.
Yeah, but she's played a good set, so this will be a tough one to lose for her also. If that happens.
She knows she had chances.
Not like that one was even close. That's the third way down the net.
That's when Venus is dangerous on the next point.
That's long. Break points for Seles.
Brad wants to see a tie break. We saw a doozy the other night. Seles came from 2-6 down, 4 match points.
30, 40.
Attempted slice forehand again.
See now, actually Venus in the middle of her serve, somebody yelled, "Go Venus," and actually
has
put
respect
off,
for the player. Please remain quiet during the rally. Thank you.
put off Seles more than Venus. As chair umpire asked everybody to please be quiet during play. I'm not even sure Venus heard it.
Game and set point. Venus Williams wins a very well-played first set. Very well played.
You know, this room could use some new paint.
Yeah, I can do that.
How about rust? No, a pure red with a faux finish. Ooh, and that dry brush technique. Maybe a honey undertone.
How do I do that? It's easy. Let's start over here. You know, she said something about dry brush. It's dragging. And actually, there's a clinic tomorrow. Why don't you come out?
And you're gonna drag, and you're gonna weave. You've got it now. That's great. It's beautiful.
It was easy.
Think you've got college football covered? Think again. Now you can get up to 12 additional games each week with the ESPN Game Plan College Football Pay-Per-View Package. The best games, the major conferences. It's maximum college football. But you can't just tune in. You've got to order the ESPN Game Plan College Football Pay-Per-View Package. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV at 1-800-DirecTV or Dish Network at 1-800-333-DISH.
Come on, Skunky Skully.
He was in my garage drinking paint.
Get in here.
I'm sorry. This is not going to happen again. Come on. You can do this.
Very unusual for the same two players to play 3 times in the quarterfinals of majors in 1 year, and that's what Venus Williams and Monica Seles have done this year. The Australian Open, the French Open, and then the U.S. Open.
And Monica Seles is playing well. She had defeated Martina Hingis in the round 16. She started aggressive, but Venus Williams was so intense. She attacked the net whenever possible. There, Monica finds the pass. So you could tell the intensity in Venus was too great, and she really dominated the whole match.
You see Monica Seles just nodding her head and knows that that winner was just too good. Everything Venus did on this quarterfinal night at the U.S. Open was too good for Monica Seles, but we saw a totally different kind of first set tonight. There you see the matchups in the majors.
Lost to Monica in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open, and then Serena the rest in the finals of all 3 majors.
Serena did not play the Australian Open, sprained ankle.
First point, second set to Seles.
Seles attacking the net. Doesn't feel comfortable out there. And a good firm volley.
And a traditional volley. Look at that. That was perfect. That needs to go in her highlight reel.
For sure. Moving forward, compact. She likes to hit those swing volleys all the time. Now, when these two played in Australia, and Venus won that first set tiebreak, I really thought Monica was going to go away. I thought she was going to get discouraged. So now tonight, she had a very tight first set. You would think maybe she'd be a little bit down, but I think she's still going to fight. Venus Williams can get her groove and timing on the forehand. That just takes her game to another level.
Yep, and the nod of the head.
See, 2 hands off both sides takes some reach away. So when they're both on the baseline, Seles has really got to stay in control of the point.
And one of the things the open stance backhand has done is added reach. Venus and Serena do that open stance backhand beautifully.
And Venus has enough reach as it is, being 6'1".
I've always thought, Pam, that the 2-handed backhand player can hit with an open stance. The one-hander really can't. One-hander's got to get that left side across.
I've seen Justine Henin when she's on her day. She's amazing with that open stance.
And Emily Mauresmo.
Yep. Strength.
Seles holds on, first game of the second. Tomorrow, join ABC Sports for a great football regional doubleheader at noon Eastern. Third-ranked Ohio State visits Purdue, or NC State takes on Maryland. And then at 3:30, you'll see one of 4 regional contests, all featuring ranked teams. Those of you on the West Coast out here will see number 9 USC and Stanford at 4 Pacific. Ohio State and number 2 Oklahoma both put unbeaten records on the line on the road this weekend.
Ohio plays Purdue and Oklahoma plays Texas A&M.
Big effective serve into the body. 8 aces in the first set from Venus Williams. There's a couple of the slower ones out wide. The 113 on the line, 108. She hit all the corners. Not sure what happened to Monica on that one up the middle. She must have been fooled.
That's the one she didn't play. She let go. She thought it might have been long.
Thank you. I knew there was a good explanation.
angle. And so smart for Seles to hit behind Venus. Venus being so fast, moving to the open court. Why not? Wrong footer.
How about this? 3 break points.
Needed that kind of game in the last game on Venus's serve. Now Seles leading 2 games to none.
Well, when you break to love and then you start your service game with a double fault, it's kind of like this immediate momentum stopper.
Venus getting a little lucky there with that return. It was a miss hit. Hit a little bit late.
It's a nice serve. Out to the forehand side is the one the left he's not quite as comfortable with, but considering it's to the Venus forehand and it starts Venus more outside the court, it's really an effective serve for Seles.
And she's been working on that serve the most. That's the serve she really wanted to be working for her against Davenport. Well, Seles trying to press, go for that line.
Now at break point for Venus. More stoic than her younger sister. Still gets annoyed. You can see it in the eyes. There was a time where she did get very upset on the court when the beads came out in Australia, and then one time playing Yana Novotná on the center court at Wimbledon. She felt she had some bad line calls. Venus really learned from those outbursts that it really set her back. And she's one of those quick learners, and she really has not had a major outburst on the court since that Wimbledon match against Novotná about 4 years ago.
She's learned how to keep things in, I think, a little bit better. Her sister, much more emotional on the court.
So they have traded early breaks here in the second set, 2-1. Seles leads. It's Williams to serve, and we come back. First set, 7-5 to Venus.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures. Now, I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial market penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is perhaps the perfect getaway car.
Discover the amazing training secrets of America's finest baseball school with Dynamic Practice Organization, a revolutionary new instructional videotape. Dynamic Practice Organization features professional scout and instructor Tom Emanski with his famous building block approach to athletic training. This exciting instructional videotape features the same drills, techniques, and methods that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Dynamic practice organization makes any coach look like a genius and organizes offensive and defensive practices that players of all ages and ability levels can't wait to attend, and immensely improves team communication skills and even conditioning. This is the instructional video that's a winner. To order your copy for only $29.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-652-0101. This dynamic practice organization teaching video makes a great gift, too. Call now, 1-800-652-0101.
It's Seles and Williams in the quarterfinals. We have 2 more quarterfinal matches coming your way tomorrow. ESPN 2 at 4 Eastern Time. Jennifer Capriati and Magdalena Maleva. And then at midnight Eastern Time, 9 out here, ESPN 2 again. Serena Williams and Jelena Dokic. It's the Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. We're at the Staples Center.
Perfect point for Seles. That's 4 for 4. I think she needs to get up there a little bit more.
That's a very clever shot. Monica Seles was forced to go with a one-handed forehand. She didn't go for the outright pass. Put an extra bit of top on it, hit it down the center. Venus did not handle that half volley well at all.
Kind of got stuck in no man's land, too.
Closer to the net that time than 2 points ago. Big difference. You don't see a lot of half volleys hit these days because of the pace of the play and people don't come to the net as much. Did a little flashback to my old partner, Navratilova, who had the best half volley I've ever seen.
Another thing to watch from Venus Williams' game is how early she gets it back. I mean, it seems like there's a delay and a pause in the backswing that's longer than anyone's.
Oh. Seles anticipating well where the approach shot was going. And then she hits the angles better than anyone. Off her back foot.
With hardly any follow-through.
Yeah, very short swings, both on backswing and follow-through, actually. I think there's a lesson there. I think far too many of your average players take the racket back too long.
Here is a huge point. Seles with a break chance. Those eyes. Just a little determination in that face.
So much intensity. She's almost like grinding her teeth.
Seles gives her a hand. Beautiful.
Monica Seles then stays static. She does not cover the line. Where is she? Venus with a pass down the line. She sees the big hole. That gives her hope. Seles is not. There she is, right on the center tee behind the service line. You've got to move forward and just close that line off.
Seles thought, that's a winner I just hit.
You should know better than that against Venus.
It's another point we'll remember. Had a couple of huge turning points.
Deuce. Monica yesterday after her win said, I think that each match you have to be up for mentally and physically, and I'm like that. I like to play when there's more pressure and it's tough. It's one of those moments.
Look where Venus Williams was making that volley, even though she missed it. She was well inside the service line, halfway to the net.
Seles doing a good job again of guessing where the approach shot was going.
Venus Williams, look, we're going to freeze it at contact on the volley, and look where she is, moving forward and halfway. Brilliant.
Out of reach. And Williams, after a struggle, holds on.
Showing her finesse, good court sense, saw that Monica Seles was behind that baseline. It bounced and went away into the alley.
In the shot before the drop shot, we saw Monica hitting it and falling backwards, and I think that was the green light for the drop shot for Venus. Boy, that was a big game. 3-1. You have big lead for Seles. She had 4-1 in the first set. It disappeared in a hurry. She's still got to try and build another lead. Venus is saying, had to make that one. It was the easiest one, too.
Sure was.
Talked about Monica looking in good shape. She said that she's been working hard. She did not, after the US Open, go to Europe this fall. And she said that she's in the best possible shape for this event.
Makes such a big difference in the Seles game. When she's fitter, when she can run a few more balls down. Because when she can set up and be in position to strike the ball, she's such a clean hitter of the ball. She hits such a heavy ball.
And Seles. Monica Seles holds on. We're on serve in the second. They've traded breaks. 3-2. Venus will serve and we'll come back.
Perfecting your strokes, developing a game plan, gaining the confidence to win the next time you step on the court. To be your best, call on the best. Take a lesson from a USPTA certified teaching pro. They stay on the cutting edge of teaching and playing as members of the world's most respected organization of tennis teachers. So get better, faster. Contact the U.S. Professional Tennis Association to find a certified pro near you.
You know, ideas and inventions come from people in all walks of life, and most of the century's top inventions came from individuals, not companies. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? Are you interested in trying to submit your idea to companies for a good faith review and in trying to patent it as well? If so, Invention Submission Corporation has information to help you get started. ISC is America's largest inventor service firm with over 50 offices nationwide. Call this toll-free number now to see how to get this free information. The information includes forms to assure confidentiality, a form to record and date your idea, plus an informative brochure that explains how to submit your idea to companies through ISC's data bank and how to apply for a patent. Even if you only have an idea for improving an existing product, you'll want to call now for ISC's free information.
For your inventor's information, call toll-free 1-800-652-0101. That's 1-800-652-0101.
3-2, Monica Seles in the second set. Venus Williams with the first. Venus has hit a lot of winners, and she loves to pick on the corners, but she's also showed us some variety with some drop shots, especially on the Seles forehand side. You can see a couple of times Seles was way out of court, so you get that winner and that winner in the middle of the court. But look at those corners, beautiful.
Great placement. 34 total winners. Forehand's made more errors, but she also has more winners on that side. 10 off the serve.
No, it's been a well-played match. I mean, you go out against the number 2 in the world, you got to play your best, and Seles knows that. She could not have played much better in the first set. Got off to a good lead in the second. Was broken back, so we're on serve now at 3-2 for Seles.
Seles had those 4 break points to take a 5-3 lead. Seles makes me nervous when she does that. I mean, I don't know how far out that serve is. And it's called by a human. We don't have that line calling machine on the service line.
You're right, when it's close, you got to play them.
I mean, I'm sure it was out, but the point is I've seen some terrible service calls through the years. That's a point where Seles could not ever damage Venus Williams. She couldn't get Venus out of the center of the court. That is a comfortable shot for Venus. Second serve, and Seles's eyes got real big.
She was moving in. She was going to follow it to the net. Great inside-out backhand from Seles. She knows most of the second serves are going to go to the backhand.
That's right.
Advantage Seles.
This is a break point.
This is really the best I've seen Monica return the Venus first and second serve.
That's 3 outright winners off the net on big points. There's the service profile. First serve in 67%. Still not a great percentage of wins on the first serve. Pretty good on the second, almost 50%. That's the number we were curious about during the match. Seles is doing a great job returning the first serve. It would be okay if Seles was getting a couple going her way on the net cords.
Deuce.
That's quite a look.
First serve, and Seles is 1.5 feet inside the baseline to return it.
Come on, the ball's got to go back into the court. It's not baseball.
Deuce. Talking to herself a little more than usual, Venus.
Yeah.
Just so. Oh. Seles wishes that had not clipped the top of the net. She had an outright winner. Not even that net court went her way.
Seles can let go and go to one hand on the forehand side. She really cannot do it on the backhand. There was an example of a time where it would have come in handy. Well, there's a little something back from the net. Net cord double fault. 8th double fault for Venus.
No. He does that so many times. Hits a double, comes back with a huge serve and ace at 117 miles an hour. Two of the backhands that Seles hit in this rally would have been winners 90% of the time. She still had to hit the extra ball, forcing the error from Venus.
Smart play, throw up the lob. You know your opponent has missed a couple. Just went long. Tell you what, a 120-mile-an-hour first serve that Seles was able to get back. Venus really took her time on that one. She wanted the ace.
squash and racquetball where you try to control the center of the court. That's how Monica Seles plays. If you get the ball down the center like this, she controls the game and the match, and that's exactly where she wants to be.
Again, it was the return of serve. Great placement. And then going behind Venus, doing the damage.
You've got to get it out of Monica's reach, or you are on your heels.
And Dennis says
2 of 10 for Seles. She needs to start converting on these break points.
is
121. Whoa, that's a little bit of adrenaline kicking in there.
Some serious heat.
That's where a step back could help Seles.
But tonight she's done such a great job of seeing where the serves are going and reacting. I don't think she's going to adjust now.
But still, when the opponent starts to really bang them in there like that, 118, 120, 121, and you keep your position, you've got to do a little bit of something different.
It does two things. It gives you a little more time, and it changes the perspective on from the server. You control the middle, and you're in trouble.
It was all over Monica earlier for not closing. Well, she wins this point, but again, look at her position. She did not want to move in.
She's making Venus work so hard, though. I don't think I've ever seen Venus run side to side the way she's running tonight.
You cannot be serious.
One lefty to another.
This is good tennis. Very good. Seles controlling the center of the court. It's 3 games all.
It feels like there should be a change of end. I was ready to stand up. 12 minutes, that's that game.
Both players going to the towel.
This is not a changeover. Thank you.
Running a lot of perspiring.
Because of the intensity of those points, to me it seemed more like 20 minutes. That game took forever.
Venus working so hard to stay alive in that game.
The players fooled some spectators here because an awful lot of people started to make their way to their seats and leave, and they thought it was a change of ends. If Seles loses this match, I mean, she can circle 3 or 4 points, break points, a couple of neck cords. It's just been a couple of shots.
In both sets.
There are a lot of players you would worry that they wouldn't be able to hang on mentally. But again, she's an expert at it.
You don't have to worry about Monica mentally. We've had to worry about her physically in the past. But again, she's worked so hard the last 5 weeks to get ready for this championship. She does not look like she's fatiguing at all.
So she's been out here almost a month preparing for this. That's not Venus's strength to grab one out of the center of the court. A no pacer. She's able to put nice spin on it, located near the sideline, and force the error. Another big point.
Big game. An unusual miss for Venus Williams on the backhand side, second serve at the bottom of the net. Not too many times in a match you can say that Seles on a big point just picks the wrong shot to hit, but here's one. She looked like she had doubts as she was going into the shot.
Great point. Forehand, Seles. And Seles gets back to deuce.
And in order to win this match, Seles is going to have to do what Venus has done the first set and a half, which is to fight off a lot of break points. Did one there.
Williams. A lot of power behind that return serve from Venus.
You know, I had someone ask me the other day, why doesn't the speed gun follow the ground strokes sometimes, the return of serve? I'd be very curious to know how hard that last return was.
Venus Williams breaks for the second time in the second set. She was broken once. She has got the lead. And she'll serve it. We come back to the Staples Center. This WTA season ending to the season ending Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. 16 players showed up here. 8 were left going into today. 1 fell today. Justine Enna out to Kim Clijsters. Seles and Venus Williams in action now. The winner will take on Kim Clijsters, the Belgian, in the semi-final of what really is the World Championship of Women's Tennis. They gather and compete for points all year to qualify for this year-ending championship.
That's what the men are playing next week in Shanghai, except they have a round-robin 8-person field.
Prime time Monday night championship final here from the Staples Center in LA.
Monday night tennis.
Venus and Serena used to prime time at the U.S. Open. Love to do it here, especially Venus, looking to end the year with a big tournament victory. And there she won 7 events this year. None of them were tier 1s or a major.
30-15, 10 aces.
Monica was able to hit 12 aces against Davenport, only 1 tonight.
Monica Seles needs to find a way to break. Inside that baseline, moving forward. Take a look at shot spot. See how close that was on the line. Talked about needing to hit sidelines.
She does it again. Fabulous return of serve from Seles. Gives her a break point. She's had a lot tonight. Needs to convert on this one.
Oh, that one was very close. Almost 3 big returns in a row. Just wide. From Seles there, deep in her forehand side. It would have been easy to put a ball back into play that Venus could have just ripped for a winner. Another chance for Seles to get a break point, but look at her conversion.
Thank you.
Monica Seles breaks back.
One of the best fighters in the women's game. No matter who she's playing, she's never out until that final point.
Let's ask Lindsay about that.
She won 7 match points against Lindsay Davenport in the first round. She was down 2-6 in the tiebreak of the second set. And she seems to relish the challenge. 15.
Just too good from Venus Williams. Getting Monica to stretch out wide. Good acceleration on that forehand down the line.
Both these players mentally tough. Venus also coming right back. Love 30.
So many winners off the Venus Williams racket.
42 in the match.
Break points.
Ball had eyes. Gets there in a hurry down the line. That's why it's such a good shot. The cross court, Venus would have more time to run down. This gets here in such a hurry, but you've got to clear the high part of the net. No problem this time.
one Seles, and Seles is having trouble holding her own serve.
Want to play better golf? Well, you could spend hundreds of dollars for lessons, or you can learn from the game's top pros and teachers by calling for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. Call now, and you'll also receive this great Golf Magazine gear bag free with your paid subscription. Learn how to get more distance, straighten your slice, sharpen your short game, perfect your putt, and more. No matter what your level, you'll enjoy the game more because you'll play better with Golf Magazine. It's the game's fastest growing magazine because it's written for today's kind of golfer. Along with lessons from the pros and Golf Magazine's top 100 teachers, you'll get full tour coverage in Tour Talk. Great new courses you can play on. The best deals exclusively for Golf Magazine readers, plus equipment reviews and so much more. Call now for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. If you like it, get 11 more, 12 in all for just $15.94. And you'll also get this roomy Golf Magazine gear bag with separate shoe compartment and a convenient bottle holder, free. You'll love golf more when you improve your game with lessons from the best in the business. Golf Magazine. Call now.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial market penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is perhaps the perfect getaway car.
Didn't you say you were sure you could do this?
Oh, it's not that hard. I'm not sure I can do this. It's not that hard. To get it to cover evenly, you have to blend the can. So you can't tell the difference in the wall. It's called mixing the batch. I'm a little afraid of yellow. Oh, you can't be afraid of yellow.
I thought you said you were afraid of yellow.
You can't be afraid of yellow.
Wow! I thought you were afraid of this much color.
You can't be afraid of yellow. Right.
Right.
Arctic chill. An even colder Dentine ice gum. Cool breath. Fresh breath like never before. Dentine Ice Arctic Chill. Ice at its coldest.
Guess who?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Storm.
The dreaded telemarketer.
It's Strom.
Telemarketers got your number? Get the Telezapper, and soon those annoying calls will just about stop altogether. Available at stores everywhere.
After Monica Seles' outstanding effort against Lindsay Davenport, she came out firing very well here. 4-1 first set. She led, and then Venus Williams made her move, broke twice to win the first set, 7-5. Second set, Seles again out to a 2-game-to-love lead, but she's been broken 3 times. She, in turn, has broken twice. This is Venus Williams serving for a place in the final 4 of this World Championship. It's 15 love. The net court took just enough off of that return, and Williams jumped all over it.
Wow. 116, which you put it towards the radar gun, that'd be 121, 122.
Yes, that one was wide, 116. Match points.
I think Seles has her right where she wants her. Yep. Exactly. That's match point number 8 this week that Seles has fought off. Number 9 coming up. Will Venus go for the big bomb?
Yes.
She's got to get the toss in the right spot.
was a good effort. Well played.
Yeah, we're standing up, and the crowd's standing up. That was a great, fun match.
Venus Williams playing great when she needed to on the big point. It just shows you have to play a perfect match against Venus. Monica played the best I've seen in a long time and still lost 7-5, 6-4.
Venus and Serena spent a lot of years in Los Angeles. This is where they learned to play their tennis. They've got a lot of friends and family here in this city. And she just showed off great pressure play.
So next up for her is Kim Clijsters of Belgium.
Well, it's a great matchup. Kim Clijsters, it's hard to tell how well Kim is playing because her two opponents, Chanda Rubin and Justine Henin, did not play well. But Clijsters won 2 tournaments this fall. That'll be a fun match.
She will be tested. We'll find out against Venus Williams in the Final Four.
Which Sports Center do you watch? Mornings, evenings, late nights? Only on ESPN.
Saddlebrook Resort serves up tennis like no other place. The home of top players including Martina Hingis and Jennifer Capriati, and the official resort of the Women's Tennis Association. The Saddlebrook Center features 45 courts in every Grand Slam surface. Saddlebrook is the ultimate resort with 2 Arnold Palmer signature golf courses, the Super Pool, gourmet dining, and a luxurious spa. Saddlebrook Resort, 30 minutes north of Tampa International Airport in Pasco County, the official resort of the WTA.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. This is the Bowflex Power Pro. Quite possibly the most effective home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 60 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. You can own a Bowflex with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web at bowflexdirect.com today. Redefine your body with Bowflex.
David Hastings for Hastings & Hastings, the discount accident lawyers. We've been fighting for accident victims for over 20 years, and I'm telling you attorney's fees of 1/3 or more are too much, especially if you've been seriously injured in an auto accident. With us, if your case goes to trial, you'll be represented by a specialist certified by the State Bar of Arizona at no extra charge. Now more convenient than ever with 11 locations to serve you. It's simple. Our discounted fee means more money in your pocket. Discount fees for accident victims. It's about time.
You've seen the commercials for Girls Gone Wild videos, but now, live and in person, you can experience Les Girls Gone Wild. That's right, Les Girls Gone Wild features over 16 hours a day of fully nude, non-stop action right in the heart of things. Bachelor parties, birthday parties, or just a great guy's night out. Les Girls is the place to be. With over 30 girls appearing nightly, Les Girls will have the right girl for you. Wow, you can't experience that from the comfort of your own home. Les Girls All-Nude Cabaret, located at 5151 East Washington, where Les Girls are going wild.
ESPN2's exclusive coverage of the Home Depot Championships, presented by Porsche, is brought to you by Porsche for the pure sport of driving. And by the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement. It was a test for Venus Williams, but she passed the test and will now take on Kim Clijsters for a place in the championship of this event at the Staples Center. She is now with Mary Jo Fernandez downstairs. Mary Jo.
Thanks, Cliff. Venus, tremendous match. You played an informed Monica Seles. You got down early breaks in both sets. Fought off a lot of great points. How did you play those big points off?
Well, you know, I really didn't want to lose serve so often as I did in the match. You know, I lost serve about 3 times, I think. But to be honest, Monica played so well. All the balls were coming back so quickly and bouncing back at me. And really, I was just just very happy to be able to stay in and with her tonight.
You've always had a lot of respect for Monica. Does that make you elevate your game right before knowing that she's been such a great champion?
Well, sure, I have a lot of respect for her. She was my favorite player when I was growing up. And, you know, that's why I grunt to this day, because I started grunting because I wanted to be like Monica. So it goes way back. But, you know, she plays so well, and I felt a little erratic today. Some good plays, some bad plays, and some amazing plays. So I was trying to balance myself.
It got a little loud back here. Somebody want a racket. How important was it for you to finish here on a positive note, winning a major title?
Well, you know, still 2 matches away, but it would be a wonderful thing. I've never won the championships before, and plus this year I'm really motivated to play. Usually I'm in school, you know, kind of working 2 jobs at this time of the year. So it is very exciting for me to be back and playing pretty well enough to beat Monica.
Any thoughts on Kim Fleischer's in the semis?
Well, I think that if she plays anything like Monica, it's going to be a tough match.
All right, well, congratulations, Venus. Good luck in the semifinals. Back up to you, Cliff.
Thanks, Mary Jo. Well done for getting through that. Monica Seles losing to Venus Williams, the number 2 in straight sets.
We'll have a look at the Porsche match summary in a match that was well played. A lot of winners from both players, particularly Venus Williams, 44 net points won. Seles did a great job, and also the break points that Venus Williams fought off in that match were crucial.
On ESPN2 tomorrow at 4 Eastern Time, Jennifer Capriati takes on Magdalena Maleva in a live quarterfinal round match. And our coverage continues tomorrow night at 9 Pacific on ESPN2, and world number 1 Serena Williams takes on Jelena Dokic. This has been a presentation of ESPN, worldwide leader in sports. For more on tennis, log on to ESPN.com. Coming up next, NHL Tonight with Pam Shriver and Mary Jo Fernandez. I'm Cliff Trysdale. So long from Los Angeles, everyone. Kim Kleist is a winner. She's in the Final 4. So is Venus Williams of the USA. See you tomorrow, everyone. Good night from LA.